Cari amici sportivi, welcome to a special Milan weekly podcast with our friends from Socios. Guys, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm so excited. I just had lunch here in North America. Our guests are obviously from Europe. Guys, yes. Milan weekly podcast with Socios for a fantastic giveaway. Guys, I wanna just introduce these fantastic guests first, and then we'll take care of business. As you guys can see live and in person, we have Marcello, aka Il Presidente, with us today. Marcello, how are you?
Good, Steve. How are you doing?
Very good, very good. Thank you.
All
And
right.
without further ado, our guests from Socios. First, Serena Pennella, social media specialist for Socios. Serena, come stai? How are you this fine evening/afternoon?
Ciao, guys. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having us. It's going to be fun talking about Socios and Milan with you. Can't wait.
We're going to be fun. Look at my hands. They're rubbing already. And now, Andrea Morando, Partnerships Activation Manager, Socios. Andrea, come stai? How are you, sir?
Ciao, guys. I'm very happy to be here. And it's actually a very nice opportunity to speak about Socios and connect Milanisti all around the world with our project and with what we want to do for them.
Guys, and this would not be possible if, again, we would not have the help of Socios. It would not have the help of Il Presidente setting all this stuff up, where we can do some English content and get you guys connected with Socios, a fantastic platform, great app for this type of work and partnership that Socio has with Milan. And it's thanks to the guys from Socios that we do have a fantastic giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fantastic giveaway. You saw us posted on social media. Socios did the same thing, where they knew they were going to come on, and they're ready to give away 4 fantastic prizes. Okay, and one being the 2021-2022 home kit. It's something that all fans love and all fans really want to get, and you have your chance on Milan Weekly Podcast with Socios to get this free. There is some things that you have to do, guys. Presidente and Socios, we're not just giving away this stuff. We need you to make sure you download the app, you finish the registration, guys, and then you're going to need to stick around, and because you have to answer the skill testing question that you're going to get the answer for during this podcast. We just won't tell you what it is, but you're going to have to figure it out. Marcello.
Yes. So now, before we go ahead and get into the questions with Andrea and Serena, we just wanted to show you a wonderful little introductory video just to give you a little background on what Socios is all about. So as you guys know, I'm not the one that's always on camera, so bear with me. A little bit of patience as I try to share this wonderful video, and we'll get started. I'll just share the screen and just give me a moment to launch, and here we go.
In fact, 1 out of every 2 people in the world are fans. That's over 3.5 billion people, eager to connect with their favorite teams and get rewarded for their support. We all want to do more than just cheer, and now we can. Because Socios.com believes that you, as a fan, deserve a voice. You deserve the chance to influence your club's decisions, to have your opinion matter, and to get perks and rewards from your club along the way. Socios.com is a fan influence platform. And it's like having a direct line to your club in your pocket at all times. We're partnering with clubs from all over the world who understand that giving you a voice is good for them. That's why they've agreed to let Socios.com users, aka you, make decisions on club-related matters via popular vote. Here's how it works. All of our partner clubs generate branded fan tokens. These digital assets are your license to vote. And since we're partnered directly with the clubs themselves, your status as an influencer stays safe. You can buy fan tokens on the Socios.com app or chase them down for free with Token Hunt, an AR-enabled discovery feature that lets you hunt fan tokens and chilies out in the real world. There's much more coming too. Everything you do in Socios.com in the near future, buying and selling fan tokens on our marketplace, using team-specific gamification features, and connecting with other fans via chat and forums will boost your fan power rankings. These are leaderboards that reward each of our team's most engaged fans, offering VIP fan experiences and recognition from the teams themselves. You'll also rack up Socios reward tokens for engaging with the app and actively voting, which you'll be able to redeem for exclusive club goods and more. Why did we do all this? Because football is more than a game. And you're more than a fan.
All right, so that was a great video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And now, obviously, we're going to go more into detail to get a little bit of background on how this partnership with Milan came to be, what are the objectives, how this all works. So, Steve, I'll let you go ahead first to ask the first question.
Yeah, so my first question, guys, after seeing that video, and we'll post the link after to Socios's YouTube intro so that everybody can have a look on their own time. But my first question would be to Serena. If you could just introduce Socios to our audience.
Okay, so first of all, let me say that our explainer video, I think, does a very good job of explaining in general what we're all about. So empowering fans and giving them a voice and rewarding them for their passion. However, it's a little bit outdated, let me say, because I think it talks more or actually exclusively about football. Since we launched it, we've added more verticals. So if you're a sports fan in general, I think you will enjoy our app massively. Because now we have esports, we have motorsports, we have MMA. So if you're a sports fan in general, I'm sure you'll love the app. So yeah, basically, as I mentioned, Socios.com is a fan rewards and an engagement app which allows our users, fans of our partner clubs and teams, to participate in decisions and be rewarded for it. And on top of that, we have some gamification features, which I love, where fans who own fan tokens are able to participate in games, play games, quizzes, and win incredible prizes such as VIP XCA, signed merchandise, and much, much more.
Yeah, so we touched on that there, guys. I'll be honest with everybody. I'm addicted to the hunting on the platform. You basically can hunt and go around, use the app, and while you're moving around, basically hunt for tokens and prizes. And
yeah, that has to be everyone's favorite feature, actually. How can it not be, right?
It feels like you're stealing, but in reality you're not. It's like Socios giving you something, and nowadays not everybody gives you something. So this is something that you guys need to check out on the app. It's really something incredible, and it'll be something that I'm sure you'll have your phone in your hand for a long period of time, guys.
And just to explain maybe a bit further what Token Hunt is, the feature you're referring to, is basically an augmented reality feature, which was the first feature we ever launched on the app, and it allows users to hunt tokens in augmented reality. So they will see it on their screen as if it was in front of them. And we're currently giving out club fan tokens. So, for example, Milan fan tokens, on top of Socios United fan tokens, which are our branded branded tokens that allow you to participate in brand decisions, company decisions, and they're going to have a bit more utility in the future, actually, when we launch our own fan shop. But we can touch on this a bit later.
Amazing.
All right. So, Andrea, I wanted to know, how did this partnership with Milan come to be? And also, if you can let us know who approached who first.
So maybe before that, it would be important to explain a bit more about fan tokens that are the actual product of the Socios app. As we mentioned, also this amazing gamification feature, which is the token hunt. So what are fan tokens? Fan tokens are actually a digital pass that never expire and that give fans the opportunity to engage with the team they love. How? First and foremost, throughout the opportunity to be involved into binding pools. So that means basically that the specific IP, the specific brand, in this case, AC Milan, will decide to have a number of decisions on our app and fans can vote on it. And the club at the same time will be forced to execute that decision that will be taken from the fans throughout the Socios.com app. So I think this is something of unprecedented in the football, in the sport industry. And I would say that we were born to make fans as people that maybe don't have the opportunity to feel that closer to the team for geographic reason, to actually have a way to engage, to communicate with the club on a daily basis. And fan tokens do exactly this, because above polls, as Serena was mentioning before, will be developing and activating a number of initiatives and specific activities for Milan fans throughout time that you all can engage with. Socios.com is not the easiest of the product to understand, and it requires education, and it also requires people who listen somehow and that are willing to innovate. So I would say that the DNA of AC Milan kind of brought this partnership to life as a natural consequence, as a natural step of their willing to look for new opportunities to connect the fans from all around the world to the team they love. In reality, it doesn't really matter who reached out before, because ultimately, if there's a player, let's say, that is willing to innovate, then you need a stakeholder to talk with, right? Especially if this is brought to life throughout the partnership, and there are two organizations that are working together. So I would just say that it was really, really easy. We are very happy with the feedback that we got from the fan base, and we are really, really enjoying our relationship with the club, both for the things that we have done so far and for what we are planning to do in the near future.
Yeah, and that's great. And you touched on something of listening and reading and educating yourself on Socios and how to use the app. Guys, I could attest, I'm able to work it. Now, if I'm able to work it, guys, I am pretty sure everybody else is able to work it. It's fast, it's easy, it explains step by step. And people might say, "Oh, Steve, you're saying this because you have Serena and Andrea on the live." No, really, if it was not going to work the way I thought it was going to work, I was going to ask them why. And I can tell you guys, we knew that we were going to have Serena and Andrea on the show, and obviously, for Milan Weekly Podcast, we never prepared. But for this, I can tell you I prepared, and I wanted to see what the app could do. And I can tell you guys that it's really easy to use. And again, I compliment the app designers and the web developers working on that, because it's really something great. The next question would be for both of you. AC Milan is what we love, and a lot of the people who watch us, they love AC Milan. Serena did touch that. Since that promo video, you guys stretched to other sports. But what are the AC Milan fan tokens? And what's the benefit for the people that are purchasing these fan tokens, like myself, Marcello? What's the benefit of having that?
You want me to take it, Andre?
Yes, go for it.
So I think you explained very well what a fan token is. It's basically a digital pass that never expires, and you can use it on the Socios app to participate in all Milan's decisions. So you can vote in every poll if you only have one fan token. And every time you vote, you retain your fan token. So it doesn't expire, and it's not taken away from your balance if you vote. So you don't have to get one every time you want to participate in a decision. But of course, then the more you have, the more rewards you can access. So we have some giveaways and some fan rewards on the app that are accessible only to fan token holders who own X amount of tokens. For example, 5 tokens, 10 tokens. Basically, the bigger the reward, the higher the amount of token you need to have. But I'm gonna ask a question to you, Steve. To explain what's the value of tokens. So would you ever imagine being able to win a VIP experience at San Siro with a Milan legend, to be able to watch a match in the VIP skybox with a legend?
I'm taking a deep breath there because I have to say, honestly, no, I would have never imagined that would be possible. Especially me here sitting in my kitchen with this very ugly painting. My wife is going to kill me. Talking to two people from Socios who are a partner of AC Milan. I'll be very honest with you. I would be lying to you if I would say yes. That would absolutely have never crossed my mind.
Well, let me tell you that now it is possible. In fact, we just rewarded 5 fans with the chance, well, not the chance, with actually the 5 tickets to watch a match from the VIP skybox at San Siro next season with Daniele Massaro, which I'm sure you all guys will remember since he scored a double in a Champions League final.
Yeah.
So I mean, not any old player, you know.
No. Massaro is near and dear to us. You know, Serena and Andrea. He actually on his tour that he does as an ambassador actually came to Montreal. We had all the privilege to meet him and spend some time with the Champions League trophy. Which again, if you would have asked me this 10 years ago, I would have said you're absolutely, no offense, crazy that I would be having the chance to hold a replica of the Champions League trophy in my hands, which I have a picture that does not leave any of my social media personal accounts. So this is amazing. And, you know...
in reality, Sere, one of those fans, if I'm not wrong, is Polish and is coming from the UK to San Siro, right?
Yes, that's correct, actually. One of the fans is a diehard Milan fan from Poland, and he lives in the UK, and he's going to come down to Milan for this experience.
So, guys, you heard it. You have that chance. You have that opportunity through Socios and through their fan tokens with AC Milan to be involved in these contests where, you know, if we go 10, 15 years ago, this would have been impossible. So,
and without even dreaming so big as to a VIP experience. So especially for you guys that live in North America and fans who don't live in Italy, what are the chances to get a signed shirt from your favorite player, other than Milan coming on a summer tour, for example, to Canada? The chances are quite scarce, right?
Yes,
scarce.
Scarce.
With us, you can do it on a weekly basis if you own fan tokens.
Very, very scarce. And I can talk, you know, for someone who's a father of 2 young children who I brainwashed to become Milan fans. They had absolutely no choice to choose, and with 2 young fans, it doesn't really permit me to do what we need to do to get a signed jersey. Let's be honest, because you're gonna have to stalk them at their hotel. You're gonna need to find them. So this is amazing stuff from Socios. And guys, if you're paying attention, there will be a giveaway. There's 4 fantastic prizes from Socios, courtesy of AC Milan and their partnership. You know, one of them is the home kit. The other 3, Socios will for surely give you a fantastic prize for the other 3. But another question I would have, and I think people and myself would be interested, you know, what determines the value of that token?
That's actually a good question. I will continue on this if you don't mind, since I mentioned fan tokens and activities. Actually, it's quite simple. So the value of fan tokens, other than the initial sale, which is at a fixed price, is determined by supply and demand. So it's very, very simple.
Amazing.
Yes. So in reality, as soon as we finalize a partnership agreement with an IP as AC Milan, we determine a number of fan tokens, a lifelong supply, and that would remain that forever, even for the next 1,000 years. So as Serena was saying at the very beginning, there would be a time frame in which we are offering fan tokens at a fixed price. Then as soon as the time frame is finished, the fan token get listed, because something that we didn't mention is that fan tokens are actually a cryptocurrency. And just to answer to a specific question that also saw on the wall here, in reality, to get fan tokens on the Socios.com app, you will need to exchange fiat currency, so like euros or dollars, etc., with chilis, which is our native currency, the native currency of the Socios.com app. And then after that, you're exchanging chilis with the specific fan token that you'd like to have. Obviously, the supply is determined by quantitative and qualitative elements that are pretty much related to the brand. So obviously, the total supply for AC Milan would be very different from the supply that we would provide for a smaller club. And that's pretty much it. As Serena was saying, then as soon as the fan token is listed, the price would be determined by the demand, and I would say also by the utility that we are able to generate around the token, because obviously, as there's a limited supply in the market, the more the fan tokens would be useful for fans to engage with the club and to have opportunities to have giveaways and rewards, the more fans would like to buy them, and that would generate scarcity in the marketplace and make the price higher.
Yeah.
So
it's great that you touched on that there, because like I said, I did do my homework. So
yes,
we know that with these tokens on AC Milan, with that AC Milan, I'm taking them, of course, as the example. You have the binding and the non-binding polls, right? So if I have one token, my vote towards a binding or non-binding poll counts as one. If I have 10 or 100, my vote counts 100 times more on that binding or non-binding poll. But is there a max that, let's say for some reason, please, I win some lotto and I want to buy a lot of AC Milan tokens because I really want my vote to count. Is there a maximum someone like me can buy, or someone can buy?
So usually when it comes to polls, the maximum cap that we would allow is around 200 fan tokens. But the answer in reality is yes, because as fan tokens are a cryptocurrency, in reality, we are not talking only to AC Milan fans. We are talking also to a completely different audience, which is represented by the crypto enthusiast. So in reality, the crypto market is something that I didn't know before joining Socios. And to make things simple, just the same as they explain it to me, this environment is quite poor when it comes to tools that actually have a utility in the real world. And this is pretty much what we are trying to do for them, in the sense that we are kind of driving a mass adoption from the sport and entertainment industry, literally convincing fans that probably would have never bought a cryptocurrency in their life to get a cryptocurrency that has actually a utility, which is engagement, voting rights in binding polls, etc., etc. And when it comes to crypto enthusiasts, obviously there's this hunger to get assets that actually have an impact in the real world. So this is also a form of investment for them to get an economic return on the initial investment.
Yeah,
yes.
And you see that's the branding portion of this whole project, where, yes, like you said, you're not only getting an AC Milan fan, you might get someone. We saw it, and it was in the news. I'm not saying anything that no one doesn't know, but someone like Elon Musk, who decided one day to invest in a particular cryptocurrency. You don't know if someone wants to do that type of maneuver, but you have to respect it. And like you said, I'm pretty sure, and no offense to Milan, Elon Musk is not doesn't know or is not an AC Milan fan. But if he sees an opportunity to make money, then he's going to become an AC Milan fan, right?
Yes,
he's going to invest in the currency.
Yes, and also I would like to clarify something, because at least maybe in Italy and maybe other parts of the world, there's this it's still kind of like cryptocurrency is not like mainstream, let's say that. And though also in the past, maybe it could have been perceived as a bit shady sometimes. In reality, I really want to make the point that we are completely powered by blockchain, which is the most transparent tool that you can have. This is a technology that allows you to check on real time what are the movements in the entire ecosystem. So it's actually a very, very interesting tool that can have also very different application and many other opportunities to be exploited also in completely different sectors and industries.
Amazing. I'm just amazed.
Stuff. So now, Steve, you know, I'm a numbers guy, and of course, my first question is going to be about numbers and how it relates to Milan. So I know this is not just for charity. There is something that is beneficial for Socios and for Milan. I was just curious, based on what you said, how is revenue generated for Milan as the fans buy the tokens and they fluctuate in value? What's the process, if you could not like overly do it there, in a simple way so the fans would understand how Milan can profit from this partnership to actually generate real revenue?
Yes, obviously there are some kind of details and figures that are part of a commercial agreement that we cannot disclose. But we made public actually that immediately after the listing of AC Milan fan token in February.
Andrea, you know that the internet is forever.
That was a very, very bad one.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But just to remind you, the internet is forever. We're gonna play that in a loop, okay?
And also, I'm gonna send this straight to our internal comms manager because this is going straight into our end of year video for our company.
Okay, guys, apologize. So as soon as we listed the AC Milan fan token in March, in reality, it was generated by Socios.com and AC Milan 7 million revenue in the space of 24 hours. This is because the mechanism that we were explaining before, so throughout the sales of fan tokens towards the fans, and this positive pressure generated into the marketplace by the crypto investors would actually make the job. So the main fees would come from trading commission, on which Socios.com and Milan share revenue beyond the sales of the actual tokens.
That's great. Really, yeah. I think it explains it much better than I could. I was just trying to read up on it. So, and that's another thing that came up in terms of questions from the fans. In terms of this fluctuation, like you said earlier, it's supply and demand, and it really is mimicking like the market. It's not like something, any algorithm in the back or anything like that. That would
absolutely,
it's just completely market driven.
Yes, and I mean, this is the reason why blockchain is that important, because everyone can check what actually is happening in the marketplace on real time.
Yeah.
And actually, let me just add, sorry to interrupt, guys, that if anything, the team performance kind of influences the market value. We've noticed this many times, especially, for example, at the end of this season when Atletico Madrid were about to win La Liga. The value of the token spiked a lot in the 24 hours and just a few hours before kind of the final whistle blew. So yeah, basically, if anything, it's the team's performance that affects the value as well.
No, and that's like something that we would expect, right? It's the same with the investing in the stock market. As the company does better, the stock rises. If the company does not do well, the stock will lower, and the market will even itself out.
Exactly.
my question to you guys there, and maybe Serena or Andrea, you guys could fight it out who wants to answer it. But why link the token to cryptocurrency? Why not just leave it a fixed amount?
I feel like neither of us are fully equipped to kind of answer this question. Max, our CMO, is it CMO? I think it's CMO. Would be more equipped to do it. But basically what I would say about this, without getting too much into the technical details, is that without blockchain and without chilies, fan tokens wouldn't exist because they are minted on the blockchain.
Okay. Okay, understood. Sorry about that. It was something. It was a
no. It's a good question, actually. I mean, I'm just a social media person, so I don't think I'm too equipped to answer. But I'm curious myself. Just you know.
I'm pretty much the same, Stevie. Just to build on top of that, I would say that this is a natural evolution of what a membership would be, maybe. So you buy a membership, you buy a package, you renew it on a yearly basis, and you get perks, benefits, rewards for that. In reality, the goods about fan tokens are many more, and they don't expire, so they are yours to keep. And there are infinite opportunity that you can access through that.
Amazing. Another question there, I see it, and I want to just. It's very useful for the people that are watching and that'll watch after once we're done and we post it. You know, I have a question from Anor. What would be, you know, is this something that's available in South Africa and Morocco? You know, specifically Morocco for his case. But let's open it up. Is this something that someone can purchase no matter where they are in the world?
Yeah, so it's definitely available in Africa. Then Sarah will correct me if I'm wrong, as I don't know if there are specific limitation for like a very small number of country, but what I can say for sure, yes, Sarah, you want to answer on that? Please.
Yeah, basically it's not really up to us. It's kind of up to the country's regulation on crypto. So basically, where the local government doesn't allow us to bring you the app, we can't bring you the app. It's as simple as that, unfortunately. Correct. So there are some countries where we can't make the app available.
Yeah, that's pretty much related to the legal frame of cryptocurrencies. But for instance, what I can tell you for sure is that in the second activity that we deliver for AC Milan fans, in which we executed, we actually connected Franco Baresi with a number of fans from Italy and abroad. There was a very talented graphic designer from a country of South Africa that actually proposed the winning artwork that then was gifted to Baresi throughout the poll. And he was on that call. So, I mean, considering what Serena was saying before, what are the chances for a guy who is living in South Africa to speak to Franco Baresi? And we made it happen. So we were very, very proud of that, because that's really what we are all about at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's a message that Milan Weekly Podcast, Milan Club Montreal, we've been doing this podcast for quite a long time, trying to get people like Serena and Andrea on to put out some English content to connect the fans to what AC Milan is doing with their partners, right? So again, I want to remind everybody, stay tuned. So the giveaway, thanks to Socios and AC Milan, 4 fantastic prizes, which one prize is the 2021-2022 home jersey. Please, guys, you need to download this app, you need to follow the registration, and you need to answer the skill testing question. By answering that skill testing question, we'll keep it like we do with all the giveaways. You send your answer with your contact information to info@Milan Club Montreal. We'll randomize this, work together with Socio, and we will present the winner on Monday's Milan Weekly Podcast.
So, guys, I had a question regarding the events you've had interacting with the fans. You mentioned the thing with Baresi. There was also the Massaro birthday. I saw the little video where he was presented with a gift. And there was also an event where the motto of the season was also displayed and given a chance for the fans to do it. One question I had was, first of all, how did it go? Did the interaction, the feedback, the results, and the objectives that you had for these events, did they meet your expectations? And then going forward, my curiosity was, I know we can vote on initiatives that are done by Socios, but what if you have people like myself, that my brain, it always comes up with ideas. Let's say I have a crazy idea, or any fan who has a token has some ideas that they would like Socios to do. Is there a way to give you that feedback in some capacity, to let you know of things that the fans would like? So it's a two-part question.
Serena,
What you guys have done, and talk about the future.
That's a very interesting question, actually. In terms of objectives, as Andrea mentioned earlier, we've had amazing feedback from the Milanisti, the Milan fan base, both in Italy and outside of Italy. So we're very, very happy about that. The event that you mentioned, the motto for the locker room, actually was the first ever Milan poll on our app, where fans not only got to pick the motto that was installed inside the locker room, but actually they also sent it. So it was a fan written message. What we did was basically we opened a form on our app where only fan token holders could participate and send their message. And then together with the club, we picked 5 finalists. And then fans got to vote for the message to be installed inside the locker room. And I believe the winning message was "Succede a chi ci crede," which translates to "It happens to those who believe," which is a fantastic motto.
And we believed. Secondo posto, Champions League. We're back. Sorry, a little bit excited there. I'm sorry.
No. I mean, you have every right to be. And actually, if you voted for, like, in the poll, you actually played a part in motivating the team. I believe that's what I choose to believe, and it's probably true. So that second place is a little bit, due to you as well. And to answer the second part of the question, I would say that, first of all, we're always open, because we believe that we're in a dialogue with fans. It's not a monologue. So if you have any suggestions, just, hit us up on social media or send us an email. And of course, if we like it enough, and I'm sure we will, and if we can make it happen, we will do everything to make it happen. If it's a good cause, and if it's a good activation and a good poll. So we're always listening to fans. We do it for the fans. So,
well, that's something you pulled on my heartstrings when you talk like that, because that's what we're all about. We've been doing this podcast for a while now, and we consider ourselves the voice of the English fans of Milan throughout the world. We have listeners literally from every part of the globe, and the ones that can't speak Italian, well, we try to fill that void that's going on in the fan base, and we try to help them out in that way. And we built really a nice community, and it's just keeping growing and growing. So when we have initiatives like this, like with you guys, that are really fan related and fan centric, it's really nice. And we're happy you guys are doing this stuff for the fans. It's great.
And fan driven as well.
And fan driven, absolutely.
Fan-driven is the way to go, ladies and gentlemen. Andrea and Serena, I know, Marcello, we had asked some of the questions. We see some of the questions in the chat. Do we have any on the other social media sites? While you look, I'll ask Serena and Andrea some of the questions that I picked up off the chat.
Sure, go ahead. Look.
One of the questions was, you're in this cryptocurrency world. You're buying the Socios cryptocurrency, which is the Chilis. You're buying whichever team or sports entity you want to support, or you're thinking of investing. Is there a way? Do you always stay in the Socios ecosystem, or can this be transferred out? Like, I'm getting a lot of questions about. And again, guys, I apologize. I'm not a cryptocurrency specialist. So if you say, look, this question, I don't know the answer, I can't answer, guys, we'll try to find that out for you and get it to you. But basically, that question is, it's all about transferring. Can they transfer out? Do they still stay with that currency? Like, if you guys could explain a bit of that.
Yes, 100%. So in reality, it depends from the purpose. Provided that I'm not a cryptocurrency expert myself, we are not providing financial advice in the sense that, yes, we said that actually cryptocurrency can be a way to invest money to get a return, but at your own risk. And it's risky, so we need to be mindful of that. And everyone who is thinking to invest in cryptocurrency should be. Then yes, the answer to your question is yes, in the sense that we are listing our tokens, and Chiliz itself is listed on a number of third-party exchanges from to where you can actually transfer the Chiliz and fan tokens that you buy on Socios.com. Then Serena probably on that side has more to add, as she is the master of our Socios support too, and she knows everything around transfers, deposits, etc., and also the issues that funds might have and our users might have in doing that.
Don't I know about the issues? So yeah, basically to kind of explain a bit more about that, fan tokens can be transferred to third-party exchanges. So first of all, I would mention our own exchange, which is Chiliz.net, the first sports and entertainment exchange. And then yeah, some fan tokens are available on third-party platforms, not all of them. So be careful, guys. If you transfer certain fan tokens that aren't available, basically they're not recoverable. So as Andrea said, please be careful with trading because it's very risky. It's highly volatile.
Yeah, and it's risky, and people need to understand, it's not because it's blockchain that it's risky. You invest in the market, in the stock market, that's risky. There's always an element of risk when you're investing because, there's things that are, out of our control, right? So we're not going to tell you what to do or not to do.
Yes.
That's really the question. Another one on a lighter note there, we have... I'm going to give you his YouTube username there. So Gigi La Patate has a question. So he seems like he's someone who uses your app quite often because he says, last week Socios fans played a game in Barcelona Camp Nou. Is Socios or Milan planning to do the same thing?
Who's going to take this one?
Up to you. No, I think
well,
so. At this point, we don't really know, but of course, we're open to repeat this with each and every one of our partners. We were both lucky enough to be there and play with the fans, so we can personally say that it was an amazing experience that we would like to bring to each and every one of our club's fans.
And if there's actually a possibility, I mean, even Milan would be willing to do that.
Of course.
There's no reason why it shouldn't happen in Milan. So the answer is yes. Why not? In the future, we can definitely look after this.
Yeah, and of course it was a trying year, a very special year. So to do something like that, to bring people together, that put the cherry on the sundae. For Gigi's question, obviously, Socios is a paid partner of, and they are a partner of Milan. But they're not Milan, right? In the end, it's going to be Milan that's going to make that decision if that's something that they would like to offer their fans, and Socios is going to make it happen through their poll, right? It's not Andrea or Serena who's going to show up to Gazidis' door and say, "Well, we have to play. The fans need to play with the Socios members." It's not. That's not going to happen, guys. Let's be honest, right? So,
otherwise it would happen tomorrow if it were
exactly,
up to me and Andrea.
Exactly. Marcello, anything else?
Or never?
No, that's it for the questions. So I scrolled the things. I didn't get anything on the other accounts. So maybe we can go ahead and ask the question everyone's been waiting for in order to get a chance to win one of these wonderful prizes.
Yeah, so the skill testing question, guys, again, we're going to remind you why we're asking the skill testing question. Obviously, we had the pleasure to talk with Serena and Andrea this afternoon for us, this evening for them. So, it's getting pretty late for them. They need to in Italy, they're probably going to have supper at this time. But but for everybody listening and who's going to listen to the actual pod after we post it, it is a giveaway episode. And thank you to Socios and AC Milan for putting this together. 4 fantastic prizes, guys, that you guys could win by just following our social media accounts and their social media accounts. You need to download the app, go through the registration, look around the app. Like I said, very easy to use. The hunting, I recommend the hunting, guys. I'm a big advocate of the hunting for the tokens. So while you're around, and you've downloaded the app, you've finished with the hunting, answer this skill testing question. What is Milan's symbol for their token? So what is the token symbol for Milan at socios.com? Answer that skill testing question, which is probably going to be really hard for you guys to find.
Very difficult.
It's going to be very difficult. I'm pretty sure we did. I don't know if did we show it? Did we even?
Yeah, we did. So
of course we showed it.
Attention, we did.
I know it by heart, but I'm not allowed to win, so I can't enter. But $ACM is would be something that maybe you guys would think would be it. I don't know. Well, you have to look for it. I don't want to take too much more of your time, guys. This is amazing stuff. Thank you, Serena. Thank you, Andrea, for giving us some English content and a great explanation on how Socios.com works and their partnership with AC Milan. Guys, some sign-off words from Socios, our partner.
Right, sir.
I think it was an absolute pleasure getting to talk with you guys and speak more about our partnership with Milan. So thank you so much for having us, and let's do this again anytime. Also, I will leave you with a little hint. If you missed Steve's last message, you can also find the answer on Milan's partner page on the Socios app. But you didn't hear it from me.
Yes, Marcello, Stevie, I was very happy to join this afternoon. Let's keep this channel open, and not only with you, but with all the Milanisti that will be watching this episode. And again, as Serena said, we have always our eyes and ears well open to listen to your ideas. And at the end of the day, this is our job. We want to bring you closer to the team you love. So we'll do that in the next few years.
Thank you, Andrea, and thank you, Serena. Guys, thank you everybody who tuned in live. I know in North America, lunchtime is very quick in throughout the world. Please, we'll post this. We'll make sure that everybody sees it. We'll get some traction on it. Please enter in the giveaway. Again, the grand prize is the Milan 2021-2022 home jersey. 3 other prizes that are going to be given out by Socios just by downloading the app, going through the registration process, following our social media accounts. If you already have an account, you're almost halfway there. The next step and the final step would be to send in the answer to our skill testing question. What is AC Milan's symbol on the socio.com app/website? That's all, guys. Thank you again.
Steve, I just wanted to add, make sure when you send the email to include your username.
Yes.
So that way if you're selected, you're one of the lucky winners, we already have your username. So it'll make life easier for Socios to send you the 5 tokens. So just want to remind everyone, 3 lucky winners will get 5 tokens each. And the grand prize will be the new beautiful home kit for the next season. And just like to have my chance to say closing words. Grazie, Andrea. Grazie, Serena. It was a pleasure speaking with both of you. And I hope we get to work together in the future. And trust me, you will hear from me as we will hear from the fans, and we'll be the bridge for you to give you ideas. Our fans are amazing and they're always full of ideas. So we'll be more than happy to share and work together in the future. And who knows, any new development, you can always come back on, and it'll be a pleasure to talk with you guys again and share with our audience. So thank you again. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Ciao, guys.
Thank you, guys. Forza Milan.
Ciao.
Vincerai, non ti lascio!